what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode here on the G's Footage Garage. So today we continue the build and progression of my 1970 Chevelle. Today we're going to be working on the suspension. I got a lot of goodies sitting over there on the table. We'll get to that in a bit, but I want to show you guys what we have going on. When I drive this car, it feels like I'm driving a boat, literally. I feel like I'm in the ocean. Like driving down the street, it's like if I'm in the ocean. Constantly, fighting the steering wheel. It has a lot of play, right? Let me show you guys why. So this is our 1970s Chevelle steering. If you guys can see here, for one, we're missing bushings for the sway bar. The sway bar bushings are all shot. You guys can see here, they're coming out. If you see here, and I'm gonna go ahead and move the tire back and forth, but I want you guys to pay close attention to this little area here, so you guys can see how much play this steering linkage has. Look at this, guys. You see that? Look at that, guys. Let me put you guys down here. Maybe this will give you guys a better view without me moving around so much. So I move the tires back and forth. Look at that. Look at all that play in there right here. The whole suspension is like that. This thing has so much play everywhere. So look at that, guys. Okay, so that's that, guys. We did put a new set of shocks on here. We did that when we wanted to just drive the car, but they're good. We're gonna keep them for now. If you guys come up here, this bushing is actually gone. There's a little piece of it left, so yeah, that sucks. This rag joint seems okay, but I'm gonna change it out anyways. So yeah, guys, my car, my 1970 Chevelle Super Sport, should not drive like a boat, but it does. Up until now. We will fix that today, or progressively throughout the week. So this is what we got, guys. I got a set of brand new upper A-arms, tubular. These are from OPGI. They seem to be really nice. My brother actually went with these first. He gave me a review on them. They were priced right. They were probably like the most affordable ones, and my brother installed them. He had a great fitment, no issues. His car aligned well and everything was fine. So I'm gonna go that route too, because man, the other more expensive brands like the UMIs or the Hotchkiss, they really do break the bank. These OPGI ones are nice. They're sturdy. They're good looking pieces, guys. I'm not gonna lie. They're neat and they don't break the bank. So that's that. These are the lowers. Look at that. They come with adjustable sway bar links. And the reason why I just went for it and I just got the A-arms versus swapping out the bushings on that is because swapping out those bushings is kind of a pain in the butt, and I needed them anyways. So I said, what the hell? I'll just buy the upper and lowers and I don't have to swap out the bushings, which sucks. I'd rather change out the whole sway bar. Change out the whole A-arm, which has brand new bushings, has brand new ball joints. So this is definitely the way to go, guys, in my opinion. Since my ball joints were shot, my bushings were shot, what the heck? I'll pay a little bit more and I'll just get these super sick A-arms. I got all the steering linkage from CPP. This is their steering rebuild kit. I did upgrade to the aluminum tie rod ends versus the clamp steel ones. I don't know. My brother brainwashed me into them. I don't think I'll ever need it, but hey, it was only a couple of dollars difference. I don't remember exactly how much I paid. I've been accumulating this stuff throughout the months, so I don't really remember pricing, but just know that these came from OPGI. wait for a promo code if you guys buy them, like fall promo code or Christmas, Black Friday, whatever. Usually get a little discount. And then I got the steering stuff from CPP. I got the polyurethane bushings. My car was factory sway bar, so I already have sway bar on there. I just bought the poly bushings for it. Now I did go a little overkill with the gearbox. I bought the CPP 14:1 gear ratio. I think that's what it is, right? Yeah, 14:1 gear ratio for the gearbox from CPP. And I bought the rag joint coupler. It looks like it's like polyurethane. Honestly, it's like rubber. So I guess you need to use this one now because it's a 3/4 to a 30 spline, since this thing changes a little bit, so you have to use it anyways. I was going to upgrade it anyways, so I mean, it didn't bother me that I had to buy it. So this is all the stuff that we got going on for the 1970 Chevelle. It's gonna be a lot of work, so I'm gonna try to break this video down in like 2 or 3 episode series on it, to not make it too overbearing, right? So we'll start today with what should we start with, guys? I want to do the A-arms. The A-arms are kick-ass. I want to do the A-arms. So let's start with the A-arms. As you guys can see, my car's already jacked up. I got my jack stands because I never go under a car without jack stands. And let's pull the tires off and let's see what we're working with, guys. Okay guys, once the tires are off, you guys can see our freshly restored brakes. We got a just factory replacement, should I say AutoZone special, rotors, calipers, and brake pads, new brake lines. But in order to change our upper and lower A-arms, we have to pull out the hub. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull the caliper and hang it somewhere. I'll find a little spot to hang it, maybe right there, because I don't want to disconnect the brake lines. It sucks to bleed. It makes a mess, and I don't want to bleed the system again. So I'm just gonna hang the caliper on the side, and then we're gonna take off. What do we have here? We have one bolt here and another bolt right there. I don't know if you guys can see. Right there. So, and as you guys saw, this thing needs some help. This thing is beat. So the new upper and lower A-arms are really gonna do this car some good. Let's get to it, guys. Actually, upon further investigation, I think it's best if we do it in this order. Alright guys, first things first, we're gonna take off the sway bar. So let's go ahead and spray this bad boy with some lube. Kind of help us out a little bit, make it a little bit easier. And while we're here, well, no, we'll just do that. All right. And let's take off the sway bar first. Get this thing out the way. All right. We're gonna remove that by putting a wrench. See here? Nope. All right. Then we get a 1/2 inch wrench. And then we put this bad boy in here. All right. And a 9/16 socket on the bottom. Nope. Nothing ever goes as planned. Okay. Let's go ahead and socket. So the ratchet didn't have enough power because this thing's all rusty and beat. So we're gonna have to go with good old manpower. All right, that seems about right. All right, cool. Ta-da! All right, we'll do the same thing for the other side. All right, now we remove these clamps that hold the sway bar to the chassis on both sides. Alright guys, here's the sway bar. I'm not upgrading my sway bar. I think this one's good enough. I'm going to change out the bushings, but I'm starting to realize that I think I might have got the wrong size. This thing is tiny. Okay, let's go take a look here. Okay, so I bought the bushings for 1 1/4, and I think that's too big. Let's see here. Yep, too big. All right. Well, no big deal. The guys over at OPGI are pretty good with returns, so I'll swap these out for the right ones. I don't think I'm gonna upgrade the sway bar. I think that factory sway bar is good enough, and then I'll just put the poly bushings and call it a day. So, yep. All right, so sway bar's off. Next thing, let's go ahead and pull that steering. Let's get that thing out of the way, so we can move on to the A-arms and just storm through it, right? Actually, no. We will not go to the steering yet. We're gonna pull the shocks off first. All right, so we have a bolt up here and 2 down here, right there. Let's do that first. Got that bad boy out. These are brand new, so they were easy to come off. When they're older, it's a lot harder to take them off, but these are brand new. And the shocks come right out. All right guys, and these are pretty much brand new KYB gas adjust shocks. They're pretty cool. I put them on the car because I didn't want to break the bank and I didn't have much money at the time, but they ride actually really good. I'm pretty impressed with them, and I'm gonna leave them on there till they get shot out because they ride so smooth. Okay, so the shocks are out. Now we can move on to the steering. Okay, to pull the steering, we're gonna go ahead and pull this nut, this nut up here, and these 2 bolts up here, and then we'll just bring out all of the steering right out. So I already took off that spindle, so we'll do this one together, but we'll make it easy for us, and we'll go ahead and pull out all of the steering first. Over here you have to go through the frame like I'm doing here. There's 2 holes that allows you to get in there, and it shouldn't be too bad. Let's take a look here. Hopefully that's a good angle. Looks like it. That's one. Take off the ground here. All right. Same thing for the top bolt. Sometimes it takes a little while to find the bolt. Okay. That's that. this guy comes right out. Just like that. First thing we do here is take the cutter pin. Take the cutter pin out. These things are old and brittle, so they're most likely just gonna break off like you saw there. Alright guys, and thanks to this bad boy, we made easy work of taking the steering linkage out. This thing is pretty beat, but there it is, guys. There it is. Okay guys, so next, since we're gonna replace the gearbox, let's just get the gearbox and the steering column out the way. Like that, when we pull our A-arms, it's gonna be super easy. Okay, so disconnect the hoses, just throw them on this side, elevate it so they don't continue to leak. We're gonna go ahead and pull this bolt out here and try not to get my greasy hands on the headers and hold the camera at the same time. All right, I think that should do it. Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and pull these two bolts out, and these are the ones that are holding the gearbox in place. All right guys, and for this task here, we're gonna use the big boy. Actually, there's three. There's actually three, guys. There's 1, 2, and 3. And that's how you pull the gearbox out. So yeah. Don't do it like that. Well, you even lift, bro? No, actually I don't. That's why I let it fall. This thing was hella heavy. So this is a gearbox, guys. This thing is heavy. But yeah, I just let it fall. I'm guilty. But it's off. That's all that matters. I think it's hella heavy too, by the way. All right. Maybe we should smack the header a little bit. All right. Okay, guys, well, we want to hang this thing. So we want to make sure that we hang our caliper and not put a lot of strain on our brake line. Or you could take off the brake line, but I don't want to bleed the car again. It's a pain in the butt. So I'd rather not. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hang it right here. Alright, so basically just hang it out the way. I'm gonna get another zip tie, and I'm really gonna like just get it completely out the way because I want to make it easy for me so when I pull the AR mount. Alright, so here comes the juicy part, guys. This spring is very dangerous. If you're not careful, it will come out and whack you in the face. So you have to kind of be real careful. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove this cutter pin on the top and on the bottom, remove the nuts, and have a jack on the bottom here. So first things first, put a jack on the bottom, so when you take off the cutter pins and the nuts and you smack it, this spring doesn't come out and whack you in the face, because this spring will take you out. I mean, you're toast. Alright guys, so I put the jack on the bottom. Very, very important to have the jack on the bottom there, because if you take off that hub and you don't have nothing holding that A-arm up, that spring's gonna come out and whack you right in the face, and it can kill you. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a jack on the bottom. You can compress the spring, you know, all that stuff, but don't try this at home. For entertainment purposes only. Let me make all the mistakes. So yeah guys, I'm putting the jack on the bottom. I'm gonna pull this cutter pin off, that cutter pin on the bottom off, pull the sockets off, and smack it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to pull this cutter pin out without blocking the camera view here. I know sometimes it looks like I don't know what I'm doing here because of my posture, but it's because I'm trying not to block the camera. So I work kind of awkwardly to not block the camera. Okay, so that's one cutter pin. Oh, there is no cutter pin at the bottom. Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and just spray some WD-40 on there. It might not help do anything, but I want to have something on there just because there's all that paint on there. So, oh, it wasn't that bad actually. Okay, that's the top bolt. And I mean, it's probably a good idea just to leave it up there. I mean, just a little bit at least, just till you're ready to take it off. Last thing you want is somehow that spring smacking you in the face. So, see the bottom? It actually wasn't too bad. Alright guys, so now you take off both nuts and you get the heck out the way. There it goes. That wasn't too bad. Alright, you guys see the spring still in place? That's because the jack's down there, or else that thing would have swung out and bounced out, bounced the floor, pop back up, break your nose. I mean, all bad, guys. So we did the right thing. We were being safe. So now we could lower our jack. Slowly and carefully. You see that? It should come out now. I'm gonna pull it out without holding the camera because I ain't trying to fight that thing, if you know what I mean. Especially with one hand. So I struggled a lot to get the other side out from the bottom, but let's see if this one comes out okay. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pick this bad boy back up. Put it back up. Use the jack, not be an idiot, but I'm gonna work twice as hard because I'm lazy to go get the jack. How about that? Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and screw it back up now that the spring's out. And let's see her shut it down. Yep. I knew she wasn't gonna come out. So we're gonna get a good old crow's feet, wedge it in there. Oh wee! This thing is hot. There it goes, guys. Whew. All right. Yeah, we sure broke a sweat doing that one. All right, let's get the jack back up in there. All right, let's take out the top nut. Oh, we got that thing way in there. All right, we'll get it out later. All right, come to Papa. All right guys, so we got the sway bar out, the steering linkage, the gearbox, the springs, the hubs on both sides. So now it's time to get the upper and lower A-arms out. Okay, guys, so we have the upper and lower A-arms still to remove. Well, I already removed one lower A-arm before this little guy started crying. It's right there. You guys see it? So I pulled that one off, and I still have to pull the other side and then the uppers. But we're gonna take a quick intermittent break because the little guy woke up. The little tiny one, the pain in the butt. So once we get the little guy situated, we'll continue with the build. Huh, buddy? Yeah. Yep. So quick little break time, guys. And he wants to come out here and be with me for a little bit, so we'll let him hang out. Make sure he's a car guy. Make sure he likes the power and cars and all the good stuff. But yeah, she's coming along, guys. The dismantling process. This is actually the easy part. Well, no, it might be easier to go all in to put everything back up. Actually, I think it might be a little harder just take everything off because everything was like seized and, you know, years of rust and grud, you know, holding everything together. So might be easier to get everything back on. But yep, that's where we're at, guys. You want your milk? No, he's still sleepy. Yeah, he's still out of it. He just woke up. Yeah, but oh, another thing I did, guys, is I changed out my air filter. As you guys can see, I went with that old school one, the one that over the shelf at O'Reilly's or AutoZone, because I ended up changing my fuel line to this side. and my Holly Sniper hat, the air filter, was like going on all crooked, and I was tired of massaging it from the bottom, so I just said I'm over it. I'm gonna go buy one that has better clearance, and I bought this Edelbrock one. It was only like $25, I think it was, or maybe 30 bucks, 25 to 30 bucks, I don't remember exactly. And I think it looks pretty neat. I don't know, I like the other one, and it had it more like, it looked more original, but this one shows the sniper. So I don't know. Let me know, guys. You think I should make my old air filter work, or should I just rock this old school hot rodder air filter? And I remember as a kid, you know, we're you know, just part-time, you know, broke kids building race cars. We used to always buy those little air filters, little cheapies from, you know, over the shelf at O'Reilly's or whatever. So it was pretty cool. So I don't know, I might rock it because it's kind of nostalgic, and that's kind of what I want to do with the car. Kind of make it, you know, the best that I can, but still keep it kind of OG, right? So, but all right, guys, I'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll finish up taking apart the car, and we'll get in there and edit the video for the dismantling of the car, and then we'll do another video when all the stuff comes on. I think that's gonna be the game plan. I'm back. Let's get to work. We're gonna take off the lower A-arms first. Let's get some stuff out the way. As you guys saw, I already took off this side. Okay, and to take off the lower A-arms is actually super easy. There's no shims or nothing on this, on the bottom, only on the top, from my understanding. Basically, there's just one long bolt that goes across, so it shouldn't be too bad. All right, guys, so I got it out, but I had to massage the header a little bit. Just took a hammer to it. Smacked it in a little bit. I'll touch it up with some paint, but I got the bolt out. So these things are beat. Look at that. So brittle. Look at that. All right. And one thing I learned from working on old cars recently is that the big hammer seems to be your best friend. Like, no lie. Hammer. The big hammer is your best friend working on old cars. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to the upper A-arms. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Apparently the upper A-arms have like shims on them. You see there's like little shims, like little spacers. So you have to remember how many are on each side. All right, because that has to do with your alignment. The car is gonna get aligned professionally, but I want to leave it kind of as close as it was. I'm not sure if I need the spacers, to be honest, because see over here, there's like two spacers, 1 2 1 2. But the A-arms from OPGI are massive. Look at that. Look at that big old bar. I don't even know if we're gonna need those spacers. I might just, I don't know. I guess what I can do is I'll put the spacers on just because it was like that, and then when I take it to the alignment shop, they'll probably just have to pull them, or I'll just leave them off and then they could put them on. I don't know. This is like old car stuff. I don't really deal with that stuff. But yeah, so let's pull the upper A-arms out. If you guys can see here, it's just two bolts, one there and one there. So let's pop those bad boys out. Okay guys, let's start with the difficult side first. And the reason I say difficult side first is because this side is where the steering column is at. So it's gonna give us a little bit of, damn, more trouble. Oh great, I'm gonna have to hold it. course it's gonna spin. All right, we gotta hold it from the other end. Okay guys, it was actually easier than I thought. I just went through the backside. I lifted up the A-arm and then I just hit it with the impact. Grabbed the wrench from the inside and then I just hit it with the impact, came out. These are the spacers that we had. So it had 3 and 3. So we'll make sure to put those back in the same order. And yeah, did the other side. So I'm gonna loosen them up and then I'm just gonna pick this thing up and lift it up the A-arm, and now it gives me perfect access to the other end of the bolt here, and then I could just hit it with the impact. Then I have to be wrenching on this side forever. And the sun came in on us pretty intense, so I don't know how good the audio is gonna be. What's up, Richard? Come on over. No, you're okay.
Hey.
She's done.
What?
She's pretty much done. Well, I mean, she's done dismantling.
Oh, you knocked it all off?
Yeah, taking it apart, yes.
Damn, Jose, you quick. You're the man, huh?
With wrestling with babies and everything.
No, but you're the man, man.
Nah.
You know your shit, you know? Huh?
No.
It's because you're constantly on it, huh?
It's trying.
Hey, I was gonna ask you, do you know any places that sell
Look, 3 shims.
There you go, see?
So, thanks
Right
for the
side.
advice.
Yes.
I'll
see?
put it right here on the
Yeah.
side. Then I'll move on to the other
A lot of
side.
people don't pay attention to those. A lot of times you need them, you know what I mean?
There's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But I figured out that it's easier than wrenching on it like crazy.
Oh yeah, put the impact gun on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hit it.
It's too hard wrenching with threads, man. I was gonna ask you, you don't know no places that sell flat rubber
Flat rubber?
that you know of, or you know, rubber like tires.
Flat rubber.
You know, so you could use it like if you put it on a outdoors rocking chair, you could glue it onto the bottom of the legs.
You know what?
See, I was trying to use a bike tire, but it's too stiff. You know what I mean?
I may have some.
Cause you know, I went right to the auto parts with my 7.
Oh no, this one had a
And
4.
Oh, 4 and 3.
This one had a 4?
Yeah, see?
And then this one had
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's
If
crazy.
you put it like this, look, hey, look, straight. Because you put it on like this,
Yeah.
you think it's straight and it's not. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell your video guy.
You're gonna be on YouTube now.
Oh, shit.
Well, they're off. There it is.
You did a good job, son. You tore it up. Hey.
In this weather.
Yeah, in this weather, man. The
Hot.
sun beats right on you, man.
I know.
You know what you need? Is a little awning,
Yeah.
just like that big on your. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know those retractables?
Yeah,
Hey,
I gotta
it'd
get
be
one of
nice,
those.
son.
I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you that
Yeah.
the sun beat, cause mine, I don't get no sun till late.
I
in the
know.
evening when it
You
comes around,
you picked
know?
the right side up for your garage.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, the Chevelle is dismantled. The front suspension, at least. We're gonna end the video here because it's gonna get really, really long. On the next episode, we'll start putting this bad boy back together. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Ooh,
What?
that's